My God. Here we go. Here we go, and I'm live. Another day on the YouTubes in Las Vegas. The Venetian is a great resort, isn't it? I just want to say that to you guys as I start this off. This is dedicated to a friend I have who is a person who knows somebody who has a management position at the Venetian. We'll just put it that way. And they're a great resort, and I like them. And I thought I got kicked out of the Venetian one day. It was pretty bad. I could tell that story. I've told it before on the channel, but I found this snazzy wallpaper from the Venetian. And I thought I would show you guys it to show you guys that the Venetian is a beautiful property. Probably one of the nicest ones in Vegas, and it's iconic, and it's not gimmicky. See, a lot of these properties, they theme them, and they're so gimmicky. How's it going, everybody? My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. Let's type in Las Vegas into YouTube and read you some of the headlines from today. So we have our Las Vegas channels, Las Vegas News. We'll just type that in and see what happened on YouTube in the last 24 hours. So I'm going to go to Filter, and I'm going to go to Today. Let's see what happened today according to Vegas News. If I'm just reading the headlines, oh my God, not looking good. Raiders add Jason Witten, okay. Then there's something about the police. There were shots fired on the Strip. Oh my God, that's terrible. Coronavirus vaccine trials begin in Las Vegas. Look at that, and nobody watched that one. The one that says coronavirus vaccine trials begin in Vegas has 570 views. The one that says not looking good has 6,902 hours. And that just gets me, because I could always do that to you. I could put not looking good, we're going to close, the sky's on fire, the four horsemen are riding over the horizon. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk about how awesome the Venetian is tonight. It's a great resort. I think it's a great place. And it's one of my favorite properties in the entire city. I remember going there, and then I remember going to the Palazzo when it opened, and I remember seeing how beautiful that was. And Barney's of New York, and you're taking a look, and you're looking at a $40,000 handbag, and you're like, that's as much as some people make in a year and a half. And it's $40,000 at Barney's. That's a place from New York, and it comes out to the Palazzo. The Palazzo being so high-end that they wouldn't even put a cheesecake factory in there. They said factories. We're not all about factories. We're going to put a Grand Lux Cafe. It's the same thing, by the way, pretty much. All right, so what do we got in the chat? Who's here today? Good evening, Steve. How are you, Steve? Mr. Uber's in the house. Yo, Steven. Good evening, everyone. Georgia, I should read your names, shouldn't I? Selena, William, Mark, Sugarbutt, Rich, Georgina, Johnny Blazo, Ronnie C, Martin D, Evan's mom, Jason Molinar, Good Juju Slots Too Much, Stephen Lake, let's see, Stephanie Trump, NJ Polka Guy. That's interesting. Debbie Omad, bowl full of pancakes. Okerlund, Nick is here. Margarita's here. Steve D. A bunch of other people have just popped into the chat. How you doing, everybody? So tired of the negativity. God, every day I look at the news and I just want to just scream and yell at the sky. But it doesn't help, so you know. Hi, I'm watching this from Harrah's in town. Cool. Linda's here. Right on. Leanne is here, staying at the Venetian in September with my friend. What's your favorite property in Las Vegas, guys? Scream it out in the chats below what your favorite property is. I got two things to show you on the channel. One of them comes from around the world, literally. The other one comes from not too far away. It comes from Kentucky. Both are cool things that were sent to me. I'm not doing an unboxing. It's just a thing. And I have another thing that I unboxed, but I can't use it, because if I show you the thing, you're going to want me to use it, and I don't think the quality coming out of it is good enough. Steve D is here. Julio is here. Jeff is here. Little Dutchie. Man, Southport Dave, Pat B, Ann Scott, Christopher Brown, Doug Old Fat Man, Christina Castillo, Joe Inacio. Did I say it right? Joe. Toronto, Canada's in the house. Sue Rojas. Julio Herrera. Oh my God, Okerlund, thank you so much. Yes, you guys, Ontario, Canada. My favorite is Paris, Bellagio. Nobody's saying the Venetian. What the hell is going on? I want to give props to the Venetian today because of one man, but we're going to get to that when we get some more people in the chats. The hotel at Mandalay Bay. The hotel at Mandalay Bay is now the Delano. Yes, the Delano. It's not the Delano. I thought it was the Delano. You say it all British. No, it's the Delano. It's named after Franklin Delano Roosevelt. I have to take a sip of this water, but I can't show you anything, so I'm just going to drink like this for now. We'll show you that when we get some more people in the chat, won't we? My favorite property is the one that I live on. Very nice. Are you a homesteader? Hello tonight, everybody. Everybody's here. The Venetian is a great resort. It's a great property. As you guys know, it's built in the 90s, right around when the Bellagio opened up. Sheldon Adelson came in to town and decided to build something spectacular, fantastic. Leanne Erickson, thank you, Leanne. She's stuck up north of the 48th parallel in Canada. Blue Jays can't play baseball. I think they should come to Las Vegas. I think the Toronto Blue Jays should play their entire 30-game schedule right here at the brand new Las Vegas ballpark. It's going to be hot as hell, but come on. I counted it. I think from what I counted, I could have been wrong. Maybe the page was there's only 14 active players from Canada in the entire Major League Baseball rosters right now. And so they're all from hot climates. They could come to Vegas. We could play the Blue Jays schedule in Las Vegas. But no, they're going to go play in Pittsburgh or something ridiculous like that. But they were considering Buffalo, where the Buffalo Bisons play at a stadium out there with only 16,000 seats. We'll come to Vegas. We got 10,000 seats, but you'd be pumping a ton of money into our local economy. And we'd love to see the Blue Jays in Toronto. That would be great. I didn't do a Sunday live stream, Paul. I took the night off. If you're on the Facebook group, you guys can keep up with me there. I post up if I'm going to take a night off of the live stream. I've only taken a few. What's Gigmo? You watching this? Y'all ready for this? Socks on a Duck says. Jennifer Soria is here. Andrew's here. Jeff is here. Kevly33. Joe Inacio. Can't fly anywhere. CH says, here would be a good idea. Bring back the show Vegas and have a Kids of Dan Roth. That'll be interesting. A reunion show as long as they're all actors. Philip Bennett's here. Greetings and salutations. Go Stars. Are we talking about the Dallas Stars? Ooh, yuck. Sorry, I like the Stars when Brett Hull was on the team back in the day. They want a facility with Major League lighting in a clubhouse. Yeah, okay. You know, the one here, the ballpark here is actually said to be one of the nicest in the entire AAA system. It's opulent. It's over the top. I can see where they're coming from, but they do have a built-in hotel right next door at Red Rock, so they could be in their bubble to a certain extent as long as they don't go licking slot machines. You know how those crazy baseball players have their, they have their, what they call superstitions. Maybe the new superstition is licking a slot machine, so they go out and go, bleh. That'd be gross. Seattle is here with Larry. Christina is here. Steve, did you get my emails? Yes, I have, Christina. We're working on those for you. I fixed the other one. I'll fix the new ones. Oh my God, is Caesarea. I don't know what that means. Is Wynn coming back to Vegas? I made a video about that. It was a positive video. Again, I'm not doing the negative stuff as best I can. Stephen, has the doom arrived to the local economy at J Media? It's been here all along, J Media. You just got to look for it. You can look for the garbage. You can look for the good stuff. Hey, guess what? You can go into Summerlin and see homeless people on the main streets. They're there, and it sucks, and it's a thing in life. Or you can say the good positive things. Now, I'm not making any new subscribers happen with positive stuff. Nobody wants to hear the positive stuff. That's crap. Nobody likes that. Anyways, but everybody likes the negative stuff. That's why I was reading over the YouTube headlines. But there are some headlines and news. Let's see here. Supposedly monsoon season. It rained for 10 minutes today, a whole 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, yeah, so I don't see a lot of Vegas YouTubers. I just see a lot of local news stuff. Oh, Raiders fans canceled. No fans allowed in 2020. Doesn't matter. That was me. Undiscovered Las Vegas, Vegas Chinatown, fresh fish markets, and more. No commentary. People coming into my video earlier today. I did 2 different videos before this today, and one of them was on the Raiders and possibly no fans, according to Mark Davis, in the seats at Allegiant Stadium when it all comes down to it. The other one was a really cool montage. It took me hours and hours to edit on my computer, only 4 minutes long, and that's with the lengthy credits for all the Patreon members. God bless you guys. You make my videos a minute and a half longer each. It's crazy. And then people were like, bro, what TF, what the blank is this? I'm like, this is me doing something creative. Oh, buddy, you're just putting in filler content. Man, dude, I do 15, 20 videos a week sometimes. What is filler content? I don't even know what that is. So, yeah, I enjoyed doing the video. It didn't get a lot of likes, but it didn't get a lot of dislikes. Sometimes you got to change it up. And guess what? Montage videos are very good to do for people that might just have 3-4 minutes sitting at a bus stop somewhere, want to see some cool scenery. Thank you, Red Pill Gary. I appreciate that. So it doesn't look like I'm going to get a whole lot of people in here. We'll give it another 10 minutes, and then I will go over some stuff. We'll talk to my friend who has another friend who's like kind of an upper-level guy at the Venetian. Talk about why I love those properties so much. What's your memories of the Venetian? Have you ever been to the Venetian in Las Vegas? Tell us in the comments below. Viva Steven Indominus says, very nice. All Steven's content is good. Philip says, well, I mean, I'm sure I've made bad videos in the past. Yesterday, I booked my trip for Vegas, staying at the Flamingo. Very nice, Steven. Very cool. Oh, Martin D says hit the like button, but it's being held for review for some reason by YouTube. That's how stupid YouTube is. Tiki works in a casino. Any 8-handed poker rooms? Yes, Caesars is going to have 8-handed poker rooms coming up. I will be checking out the Chinatown video later. It's only 3 minutes or so, and it's just content that I color graded, meaning I made it look a little bit better than the blaring giant color that I filmed it with a Samsung Galaxy S, and I really did a job on it. Been to the Venetian several times. Pinnacle's been there several times. Very nice. Do you drink body armor? No, I don't. I mean, I'm not a big juice guy, and I think they make a water, but I just stick with, you know, whatever water I can get. Usually the cheap water, as long as it's not... I just don't drink a lot of things like... I used to drink Perrier water. That has so many heavy metals in it. It's not good for you. Blackjack may not be here because Caroline's in the kitchen cooking up something. May stop all alcohol service tomorrow, Tiki says. Well, that makes 0 sense. I get all the news. I'm not saying I'm some kind of like, you know, prophet. I'm not, but it doesn't make sense to stop. Usually it doesn't make sense to stop the alcohol when it's just alcohol. It doesn't do anything. Let's see. As C-19 cases rise, fewer tourists come to Las Vegas. Okay, there you go. So that's some foot traffic is starting to slow. Oh, my God. Oh, Haas Rocky, great to see you. We'll be there August 30th. Fingers crossed. We'll email you to see if you want to do a tour of our corner suite at Aria. I would love to do that. If I can make it out there, that'd be great. Venetian is great. Terrific customer service, too. We checked into a room on the 15th floor, and bathroom was not cleaned. Called desk, and we were moved to the 23rd floor with a strip view. Ooh, you're moving on up. I like it. You know, why would the alcohol service stop tomorrow? That's as preposterous as what people are saying on Twitter. Twitter is so good, right? So good, yeah. Oh, Jim Kentris just got a Lumix FZ80 if you're a Canadian. That's cool. I'm going to look up that camera. Oh, Jim, I know you, Jim. You do photography, old school. Oh, Paul says, keep up the faith and mask up. Speaking of masks, yes, I got the mask. VegasFaceMask.com. The wife makes these. Mine here is in need of a cleaning, but I've been wearing it for a few days. Yep, if you guys want to check out the face masks, you need one anyways where you live, for example. Thank you so much, Paul. You are awesome. These ones here don't fog up my glasses. They don't get in the way. You got yourself a DCFZ80. Very nice, man. Very nice. 18 megapixels. Good still camera. High megapixel range for some still photography, which I think is what you do, if I'm not mistaken. I'm a worker in a... It's fine. Well, I don't know what alcohol kills the virus. Yeah, that's an old thing. Look, here's the thing. I'm not saying Tiki is wrong. I'm just saying that would be a suicidal move by the governor. If you just want to never get it reelected ever again, take away everything. Why don't you just take away all of the mining in Pennsylvania? Oh, I have a question. You wonder why people get scared during election times? It's because candidates come out and say crazy things. So if Steve Sisolak did that and he's already elected, he's going to be the incumbent next time. You're going to get reelected when you shut down the industries one by one. It's kind of scary. So like when Hillary came out, I'm not going to get political, but she talked about coal miners having to find new jobs. People get afraid. They get freaked out. They're not going to vote for you. They're not going to vote for Sisolak if he takes away the alcohol and the gambling and everything one by one, especially when alcohol doesn't help stop the spread if you get rid of it. It doesn't make any sense, okay? Look, on the other side, when Trump says things, he's putting his election in jeopardy. Y'all have to watch what you say, especially if you're like an elected official that's up for re-election, because if you are in power right now, your actions are what people are going to vote on the next time they go to the polls. Brad says, Houston in the house tonight. Keep doing what you do. You keep up the medical flight cruise spirits up. Well, thank you so much, Brad. I appreciate it. Well, I guess the whole point of this video is just to try to be a little bit positive. Talk about some cool properties in Las Vegas that are still open, and the Venetian and the Palazzo are definitely still open. You know, the Palazzo closed their reservation system until the weekends, but you can still go to the casino floor. You can go to almost pretty much any restaurant in the place. And so the whole point is this. We're going to give some props to Sheldon Adelson because as I did the strip walks, you know, I was surprised to see Phil Ruffin across the street doing crazy things like closing off the boardwalk and then bragging to Forbes magazine about how he had all this money, but that his employees could go, Phil Ruffin said, can go on the Trump checks. $1,200 for a few months is not enough. Sorry, that's a thing. We didn't get enough of a stimulus. Some of us didn't even qualify for that employment, and there was a lawsuit against it, so some of them couldn't even get it in the state of Nevada. It was so bad. So that wasn't a solution for anybody. Meanwhile, Adelson across the street was being incredibly generous with people, paying 9,000 employees, most of them not even his, third-party restaurant vendors, paying them just to stay open, or not stay open, just to stay at home, collect the checks they would have been getting anyways had they been working full time, and just keep the faith that his properties were going to open. And with that, we also have, Jersey T, thank you, Jersey T. With that, we also have, him providing free room stays to first-line responders. The guy is a billionaire. He can afford it, which a lot of you guys will vilify billionaires. But there are people like Derek Stevens downtown who provided thousands? Was it 1,500 or 1,000 free flights to Las Vegas upon reopening? Said, you don't even have to stay at my hotel. Just go and grab one of these free flights and come back to Las Vegas. Stuff like that gives people hope that this city is going to take care of you. And, Sheldon's places have always seemed to take care of people. And the way he builds them, the way he runs it, you never hear any kind of wild, wacky stuff coming at him about his employees. And, they never say he did this, he did that. Just seems like an old school guy that wants to make his employees happy and makes his guests very happy. I don't know enough about it, but I know that some people in the Jewish faith don't operate machinery on certain days, and I've heard that he has like floors of his hotel that are easily accessible without elevators, for example, for people that want to stay there that can't operate the elevator because it's a type of machinery, believe it or not. So he's really a faith-based guy. Whether or not you're a spiritual person or whatever, he's doing a good job. Tiki says, love your channel. I work at a casino for 33 years. Very nice, Tiki. I hope you're wrong about the alcohol. Here's the thing, Tiki. We don't know. I wasn't hating on you before. I hate when people say rumors like that in the open. I don't hate you for saying it, Tiki. Thank Tiki, by the way, guys, 461 times. What I hate is the rumor mill going out of control and scaring people away. Tiki, I think you would agree. You would rather have a lot of people to serve alcohol to. Would you rather have 100 people that you serve in a night tipping you $1 a piece than 10 people and hoping that they tip you $10 a piece, or no people because there's no alcohol? And that scares people away. If you had somebody that was watching this live stream or a YouTube channel and it's the 20th and they were thinking of driving to Vegas on the 21st and they made that snap decision because of something that hasn't even happened in the future yet, and we say it out loud, scares people away. Then I got to see things like the Review Journal, which says as COVID-19 cases rise, fewer tourists come to Las Vegas. Well, that's fine. That happens. Yep, the cases are rising. By the way, the deaths haven't been rising. We had 1 a day on average instead of some jurisdictions that have 100 a day. And I appreciate, Tiki, you being here with me in the chat because you give a real perspective on what it's like in Las Vegas. I just want to steer clear of the rumors. So I try to squash the rumors because until the governor says something, they're always rumors. Always rumors. Anyways, look at that, 484 people. If we get some more people in the chat, if we get 16 more people, I'll show you this cup I'm drinking out of right now. I'll also show you something that got to me from around the world. 7 more people till I show you guys that. You guys know when I get 500, I'm going to tell you I need some more likes. All casinos in Canada are smoke-free except the First Nations casinos. Yes, so you guys don't know this in Canada. They don't call them Native Americans. They call them Aboriginals or First Nations of Canada. Can you buy used slot machines in Vegas? Yeah, you sure can. There's a place called the Gamblers General Store. It's down near Main Street on downtown Las Vegas. They sell all those things. Proper decommissioned slot machines. You can buy them. My boss has one at his house. And when I first went in there, it's all cool and quiet and relaxed, nice setting, beautiful property. And you just hear this machine just in the middle of it, just boom, and it just starts going off in the attract mode. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And it was his machine, and it was pretty funny. Wow, that was choppy for a minute there. All right, we got 505 people, and I got some more likes. So, guys want to see what I got? Y'all want to see what I got? Oh my gosh, Wall Street Warlords in the house. Wall Street, we were just talking about this. I said I had a friend. So if you guys are just catching up, I have a friend who knows somebody who's like a higher up at the Venetian, and I was just giving compliments and props, and you guys can watch the video from the beginning and just replay it on a loop or whatever. It helps boost up the metrics. I need subscribers. No, I'm just kidding. But I was just talking about how Sheldon Adelson was great to his employees and how he's very, very charitable guy. So I got 2 different packages. I don't like to unbox stuff on the camera because invariably people will tell me that I'm spoiled and they think that we all make so much money. Just keep something in mind. Every super chat we get, 30% of it goes to Google, and then from there you pay 20 to 30% to the government. So there goes your $100 super chat, and everybody goes, "Woo, you're so lucky." Well, yeah, well it's not. It's more like $40. But anyways, I'm not complaining. I'm grateful. This came to me today, and I am so grateful for this. Somebody took the time to make this for me. This came from Kentucky, so I feel really lucky. And it's got my channel logo, and it's also got my name on it. And on the back, it says 321 click, and this is a one-of-a-kind deal. And my wife says, how about one that says not leaving Las Vegas, Carolina? I'm like, I'll have to see where this was made and see if I can get one made for you, because this is not cheap. This is metal inside, hard plastic shell on the outside. It's all sealed. It's printed. It's great. I love it. And it's got a hard plastic straw in here, so you can't break the straw. It's not a throwaway straw. And it keeps things really cold. So I put some crushed ice in here, and it just lasts forever, and I love it. It's there's about almost 750 milliliters worth of liquid in here. Perfect for a live stream. Isn't that awesome? I love it. And thank you so much to the person that sent this out to me, and it's just fantastic. And I told you I would get that item today, and I would talk about it. I'm not going to open up all my items on my channel because people hate on me. And then I got another thing from around the world. You guys want to see what I got from around the world? This is interesting. I got another thing in this package from around the world. Sound like Daft Punk. Around the world. All right, so this expires March of 2024, and these are alcohol. Jeez Louise, alcohol gel wipes from Israel. These have Israeli all over them. Seriously, like even the instructions right here are in Israeli language. And it's got alcohol in it, 70%. It's got little germs that are dying on the back. Oh, help me, we're dying. And other than that, I wouldn't really know what's in it. And I got a few boxes of these. And I got one other thing. And I'm not showing you guys the other thing, because if I show it to you, you're going to be all excited. You're going to say, oh, you got a drone. And I'm going to say, yeah, but that's just a practice drone. The video is not suitable for actually filming on the strip. It'll look terrible. And you get all these individual little wipes, and I don't know what it says. It says for external use only. That's in English. So, yeah, don't eat them. And I don't even know who makes these, because literally I didn't realize that I should have realized in Israel it is really 100% all in on this was that Yiddish, I think it is, or Israeli language. I'm so ignorant, I feel terrible right now. I should know better, but the ingredients are in English. Warning: flammable. Jeez, okay. Keep away from fire or flame. Avoid contact with the eyes. In the event of contact with the eyes, rinse thoroughly with water. Discontinue use in the rare case of redness or stinging. Keep out of reach of children. I'm going to discontinue use. I'm not going to rip one of these open and go, oh, this is great. Ah, it hurts. Keep using it. Why does it burn? No, we're not going to do that. But that was very cool. So I got that plus some other wipes, which is pretty cool. Hi, from Belfast, Northern Ireland. You will succeed. You are Brill. You are Brill, Philip. I don't know. Brilliant. Oh, okay. You're talking in shorthand. There's probably a colloquialism from Ireland. Philip says, hello from Northern Belfast, Ireland. You will succeed. You're Brill. Thank you. Thank you. That's my bad Irish accent. I hope it didn't scare you away. Now you disliked the video. Oh, he missed. Oh, well, Philip just retracted the message. I'm in trouble. I can't find disinfecting wipes in the stores online, so I'll probably buy alcohol wipes on Amazon. Listen, man, all you got to do is have a connection to higher up in Israel, and they send you these. It costs 71 new shekels to send this to me, and that's $20. And I didn't even know the currency was called a new shekel. In 1985, they changed the currency over because it was devalued. It was the shekel. Now it's the new shekel. I think that's a cool name for a currency. It is in Hebrew. Yeah, all of it is. You can't. I know it's alco gel. Alco gel. There's no H in there. And you can use them apparently when you're lugging things around, eating, flying, playing outside, hiking. I don't know what these people are doing. It's scary. There's a baby, and then there's a soldier. There is a soldier. I don't know if you guys can see that right up there. Let's see if I can flip into this mode here. You can see there's a soldier on there. Yeah, it's green, so it's see-through. Yeah, so there's a guy right here. That's a soldier. You can use those if you are in the field. We are very blessed out here. We're not at constant conflict with people. So just be happy about being where we are in life, guys, really honestly. Okay. All right. Yes, my Target finally got a bunch of Lysol wipes. Yeah, we were in Walmart during the most intense part of not anything being available, and I look at those Coke machines, the Coca-Cola coolers that are at the front, and I see a thing. It was one of those tubs of wipes about that size, and I thought I was Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. When he looks up and he sees it and he grabs it and he thinks it's not even real. Corey from Bon Voyage Auto Body in Santa Monica, California. Thank you so much, GT Boxer 1. You probably drive a GT Boxer. Man. Yeah, so other than that, it's hot. Okay, said in the Borat voice. Oh, Mr. Big Time Cup. Soup Cup, good for you. King of... Oh my, Mr. Big Time. I can't do Borat. Who am I kidding? GT Boxer thinks, do I need to cancel my 21st birthday in Vegas? It's August 14th and I really want to come. Why would you cancel? And that's what I'm talking about when I say those scary videos that I don't want to do for y'all. Why would you cancel? I wouldn't cancel. I mean, you're going to be 21. You're only going to be 21 once. So unless, you know, if the casinos cancel you, they're not keeping your money. That's the thing about it. They're going to offer you a refund because if they're canceling you, they're canceling thousands of other people. And if thousands of other people went into the media and said, you know, that Caesars, the merger went through, by the way. I did that video this morning and I should have done a video after about Eldorado Caesars. If that new company were to like not refund people, it would be a complete mess. They're going to give you your money back. You don't got to worry about it. Jeez Louise. I appreciate all y'all. Go and have fun in Las Vegas. You can drink in most of the properties on the Strip. You can go buy some alcohol at the ABC store and wander around in a drunken haze if that's the way you want to go. You don't have to do that. You can also just enjoy the awesomeness that is Sin City. Okay, Engineer Cat doesn't like Wall Street's emojis. Oh no. How can I track my Wasks order, MN? If I've printed the order and it's in progress, PayPal would have sent you a shipping label. Just go search your PayPal and you'll see a shipping label. Here we go. Oh my God. Why are you here if you're so down on Vegas? Ooh, we got a Vegas hater in the house. Let's see what Kevin Berg had to say. Of course you would cancel. I don't know about that. I wouldn't cancel. I would just say again, these places are not going to keep your money. Okay? They're not going to keep your money if they have to cancel your reservation. They're going to refund every penny on good faith that you're going to come back in the next few months. Would make a good story to tell people in LV for 21 birthday during a pandemic. I mean, look, you're going to live your life right now. You have to live your life. You have to do what you got to do. So you guys want to hear the story? Some of you have already heard it about how I was scared that I was kicked out of the Venetian forever. Are you interested in that story? Does that interest you whatsoever? You tell me. And if it is, you get me to 225 likes and I'll tell you a story about a lady who was living with some kids and some guys. Oh, that's not how the Brady Bunch song goes. Try to stop scaring people. Well, that's the thing. I'm not trying to scare people. Here's a cheers to the hardworking Steven. Thank you, Brandon. So if you guys want to hear how I thought I was kicked out of the Venetian and the Palazzo forever, we could do that. I've been to Vegas twice since June 4th. Had a wonderful time. Just wear your mask and avoid people that are coughing and people standing really close together. That's true. I'm coming this Saturday for a week. Anything opening up? No, on the 23rd, yes, Bally's is opening up, apparently, still, even though we're closing according to everybody else. Thanks, everyone, for the feedback. Not leaving Las Vegas is the best Vegas streamer. Thank you, guys. Let's see what we got here. Your pick wasn't in the database. I don't know. Yeah, Kevin. So we had an issue. I got to 227 likes. When I worked in a past life, I worked in timeshare. I was the body snatcher, and I didn't know anything. And I was working with this guy. I feel bad for that guy. He turned into an amazing drug addict. When I say amazing, I don't mean like great. I mean terrible. Probably weighs 95 pounds. At the time, the guy's name, I'm not going to tell you his name. We'll call him Jack. That's not his name. Jack was the epitome of what all of us guys wanted to be. He drove a brand new Corvette CTS, not Corvette, Cadillac CTS. Basically, it was a Corvette inside, huge car. Man, he had his American Express card paid by the brokerage that we worked with. Guy looked like he belonged on Men's Health magazine. He got with the Palms girls all the time, back when the Palms girls were a thing. And so we all just listened to him. He was very convincing and very influential when it came to timeshare stuff. So we all just listened. If he said, let's go work in front of the Venetian, we didn't think there was a problem with that. So my job in the past was we used to stop people and try to convince them to go to a timeshare tour. And at the time, we're working down with the Grandview. I have no opinion on the tour at the Grandview right now, just to make myself not have legal problems. And back in the day, I didn't know any better anyways. So we were working in different parts of the Strip, walk up to random strangers, find out they want to go to a show, give them the show ticket, they go to the thing, you get paid, they get their show ticket, maybe they buy a timeshare, hopefully they never did, especially nowadays with how crazy things are. But he says, let's go work in front of the Venetian. So I'm thinking, cool, Venetian, man, I love that property. We get to go watch the gondolas. Didn't realize this, but when the Venetian was built, they basically made a private walkway with a public easement. So it's a private property with a public easement, meaning that they can let people go through, but if they don't want you to go through, they can tell you're not allowed to go through. And we didn't know this. We thought it was just a public, sidewalk. But in Vegas, when anything has a railing in front of it, it's generally all private property. So we're out there, and this guy that looks like, he's on vacation from Oklahoma or something, a guy in his 70s, wearing flannel, blue jeans, belt, flannel's tucked into the blue jeans, got the cowboy boots on, got a little notepad in his pocket. You know the type of guy I'm thinking about, right? You know who I'm talking about. Guy looks like he would just be a regular average Joe tourist. He comes up to us and he goes, "Excuse me, gentlemen." And we say, "Yeah, what's it? Hey, sir, what's up? Y'all working out here?" "Well, we're promoting." And this is the manager is like, "We're promoting. We work with the timeshare companies. Yeah, we got licenses." And he goes, "Well, y'all don't got a license to work out here. This here's private property. Now I want you to turn around and look up." So we both do, because we're both dumb. Apparently, I'm way more naive. This guy's Jack is out of his mind. And we look up and he goes, "Now y'all on that camera, I'm going to read a statement to you." And he takes out this little notepad that you see. And he goes, "Y'all are now banned 86th, not welcome back on any of this Las Vegas Sands properties, including Las Vegas new property Sands in Macau." Now he's advertising the property that's not even built in it's not Macau, it's the one in Singapore or whatever. And he reads us our 86 and he tells us to leave. And if we don't leave right away, we can leave with the metro. So I thought I was banned for a very long time. Every time I had to walk down that property, I'm trying to go like this. Oh God, I don't want to go to jail. And then one day it just got to a head, and I grew up, and it was many, many years later. I'm going to tell 5-6 years later. 5-6 years later, the wife wants to go and check out the Christmas displays at the Venetian. They had these live actors that would act like they were statues inside. It was very cool. She wants to go check out the Grand Canal Shops, and there's some store in there. So I called down to the security detail, and I find that I could just talk to them. And I tell them, "Look, man, I'm a regular person. I was in a stupid place, following a guy, dumb, naive. Can I please come back to your property? Can you please lift the 86 notice? I have no intention of doing malcontent," and so on and so forth. And he asked me my name and my date of birth. And I tell him both, and he says, "Well, you were never banned off the property ever." I said, "What? You don't get a letter if you're banned, Martin. You can get a letter if the cops show up. But they can do that, then register you without a letter." And he goes, No. He says, "That guy was probably just showing force. You never got banned." I said, "Oh, okay." And I did a little happy dance, but then I realized, don't listen to everything you hear and see in Las Vegas. A lot of the times it's just postulating, just BS, That water is so good. Yeah, so that was a weird, bad, crazy, scary situation. Now, in the time before that, the city thought they were smart, and they went out. The county thought they were smart. It wasn't the city. The city of Las Vegas is not the Strip. They went all over the Strip. They painted white lines everywhere. They put up these poles. They said, "There is no soliciting or business to be done anywhere near a white line." Cops came in, arrested a friend of mine. Well, used to be a friend of mine. Then for some reason he went crazy when the COVID hit. Does anybody, by the way, question for you guys. Now that I'm just kind of talking, I'm not even answering you. I should be reading your comments. Have any of you guys had a falling out with somebody over COVID and coronavirus? Like, you're not arguing about this topic, but they just start acting squirrely and weird and unmanageable. Have you ever had that experience? Thank you, David Gonzalez. I just got on the live stream and I was wondering if the Cromwell and the Mirage are opening. The Mirage is opening sometime in August. The Cromwell might be closed until the fall. So you guys might have had, thank you guys, thank him 578 times. You guys might have had an experience where people that you used to get along with okay, or maybe you were like tight, like it could go either way, razor's edge, but you can usually talk to them. Maybe a coworker or a friend who was not a friend for life. You wouldn't have called the guy for a ride if your car broke down. And now people are acting stupid over this stuff, and maybe they just turn on you. I had one guy, his brother, he's a big Patreon supporter, and his brother started turning on me and just lambasting me, accusing me of being the most political person on the planet and banning people. And I never did any of those things, but he just didn't like any politics. It wasn't even a COVID thing. It was just that he was angry at the world over politics. And I felt really bad because the guy's a super nice guy. And I understand, man, stress will get you. Stress will get to you. So yeah, we've had problems, it looks like. But, a friend of mine not a friend of mine anymore because he kind of lost his mind. He actually went to jail. He was like, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. And the cops came, said, you can't stand here. And he said, I'm on public property. And then the security came out. They put him in cuffs. They took him away for the weekend, mind you, for the weekend. It happened on a Friday. And then on Monday, when he stood in front of the judge told the DA, get these people out of here. I don't have time for timeshare people. They're on county property. How dare you guys? So we got to the bottom of it. Whoa, William Burkhead. Thank you, William Burkhead. If you get banned from a casino and they change corporate names, are you still banned? It depends. It depends. I mean, if they change corporate names or ownership, I mean, they may inherit the bans from the old ownership. It's a private property, so I guess you could argue in a court of law that you're not banned there anymore because it was the old property that banned you. But do you want to go to that battle? Do you want to have that war? But if they keep their entire security division, they're just going to remember you. They're going to see you on the camera. That's what that is. Okay. Yes, try to tell someone from New York City that Florida isn't New York City, and they have the and they have the ring numbers down here. They were still trying to tell me to mask up when they weren't in hand. Yeah, I mean, this thing here is separating us as a people. It is, really. It's called virtue signaling. It could be, Howard. I mean, I'm not even talking about the coronavirus or masks or anything. Just people starting to act squirrely. Saw in the Review Journal where live music shows won't be back until 2022. It's a possibility, but I don't think many live music venues are going to open across the globe until 2022. I got hit by numerous people in the casinos trying to give me free vouchers for meals last week, Philip says. Philip Bennett, you're over in Ireland, are you not, Philip? So I guess in Ireland they're treating people better. Stephen, I don't know if you saw my post earlier, but please tell Sweet Caroline, Salamat. I got my 2 masks today, and it was well packaged and very nice. Great quality, highly recommended for everyone. Thank you, guys. Wow. Nai Vong, love your channel. Keep up the good work. I'm heading to Vegas this Friday with Vegas in the red zone. Should I reconsider coming? Lots of places are in the red zone. The red zone is defined as when you have a population with over 100 per 100,000 cases of COVID, and when you have over 10% of new tests coming back as positive. Now that puts us in a red zone. Had a website that has an agenda. I'm just going to tell you this right now. The website that released that information has a political agenda. Okay? I'm not getting political on you. But when I visit that website, they post that at the top, and then the next 8 out of 10 posts are posts about how the president is racially dividing America. The president is irresponsible with his responses to everything. Nothing's balanced. Okay? So I will point out to you, had that website not given you that information, you wouldn't be asking me that question. You would have been comfortable coming here. All right? So I'm not telling you the information isn't good because that website broke it. I'm saying that we don't even know where that information comes from. There's no sources saying where that information comes from. There's no definition of who said what a red zone is. So that being the case, there are thousands of people coming to Vegas all the time right now. People are having a good time based on the situation. If that's you and you want to come here, you got to consider the source for all of the data that you're looking at, okay? You got to consider the context in which it's presented to you. When I look at that website, I do look at the data and I say, okay, those are valid concerns. 25% of all the cases coming back positive is incredibly bad. And 100 per 100,000 is not good. And I'm not going to the Strip. I had Richard Wilk today say, you need to go to the Strip. He said, the trooper was on the Strip and the other guys are on the Strip. And I said, I'm comfortable right here, right now. Right here, right now, like Fatboy Slim said back in the day. So that's for me. What's for you? You make your own informed decisions and go read both sides of the coin. Go read that site that broke that information that was obviously very damning to a lot of states. And then you consider what those states are doing and what is those states' responses. Okay? And then you consider your own health, and then you consider your own situation. Do you come back to somebody and have to interact with somebody with suppressed immune system or an older person in your occupation, in your job, in your home life? Make the right decision based on you. But if you are just a younger person, you come back to a regular family full of younger people, and you're okay wearing a mask, washing your hands, sanitizing, and doing what you do, it'd probably be okay to have a little bit of a good time in Vegas. I'm not telling you to come. I'm telling you just to make a good decision for yourself. I identify as a political atheist. Everyone has an agenda. I just do my own thing. Easy effing money. Boom. Can I join your party, please? It sounds like you got it all figured out. Justin Clow is here. Very cool. Justin Clow just joined the Patreon. So thank you, Justin. Mask on. Can the hotel still ID the guest? Yeah, sounds like they can. They were talking about how they have this new technology that just uses the eyes and all this kind of stuff up here. So when you're wearing a mask, obviously, you're wearing your mask, people can't see what's going on in your mouth. So apparently, they can use this data from right up here to identify you. So that's a thing. That's Big Brother watching over you. How does Trooper convince people to give them cash to gamble during their vlog? I don't know. I never even seen him do that. I don't watch a ton of lives. I know I'm pretty hypocritical because I do them, but I try not to watch them so I don't have the temptation to accidentally plagiarize them later. Whatever I see in a video now, I might do 3 months from now and then be called a copycat. You know what I'm saying? The red zone is for loading and unloading only. Ha! CH, you're funny. Jason Nelson says, cue the Jesus Jones song 30 years later. Steven, I hear there's really good news on a vaccine. There's tons of good news on a vaccine right now. In the United Kingdom, they have very good vaccine candidates. And, you know, if you want to spin it as positive, in Iran, they think close to most of their population. I don't know how many people are in Iran. What's the population of Iran? What's the population of Iran? Iran so far away. 81 million people. They think 30 million people there might have already had it. So Iran had some problems and some challenges, but if 30 out of 80 million people have it, that's like herd immunity levels, man. And we will get there in this country too. Big shots in Vegas, watch not leaving Las Vegas. Well, Richard Wilk watches me. I don't know of any other big shots that watch me, but thank you, Wall Street. Because he's a well-known poker player. Okay, we're talking about other stuff. Flock of seagulls. Of course, stop talking about vaccines until one is approved and widely deployed. There's no point. Yes, there is a point, Jason Nelson. There is a point. The point is, wouldn't you like to know what your options are for when it is out there? There's going to be competing vaccines, you know. It's going to be like, I can take Tylenol. I can take ibuprofen, acetaminophen. I can take naproxen. What kind of painkiller do you have? So, yeah, the one that's being deployed to mass in the United States looks very promising. And depending on how fast they get through those trials, I've been saying it, guys, it'd be a vaccine in the early fall. But nobody really listens to me. I'm just one guy on a web stream in his studio room in Las Vegas. Casinos here are talking about people required to use players' cards when entering the building so they can reopen that way. There is a casino that somebody told me about in California. The way they opened was they had everybody drive up to a window, get a temperature check, do a background form. They take their picture, they use a little printer, they get a sticker, they put it on their clothing, and then that's how they know that that person was scanned to go into the casino. It's just an extra step because some people don't even have a fever when they're asymptomatic. That's what it is. Herd immunity isn't a known thing, is it? Heard that's a rumor. No, Joe, it's a real thing. Herd immunity is the reason why we don't die of horrible, horrible plagues like we used to. Herd immunity is the reason why smallpox has been basically obliterated. It's the reason why we don't have a lot of diseases that we had in the past because we have developed vaccines that cause a sterilizing effect against something, a pathogen. A sterilizing effect is where your body has a long-lasting set of its own antibodies, and so it knows how to react. I don't know if you guys took biology, but when I was in Canada in 11th grade, basically we have to take a crash course, and when a virus comes into your body, you may have antibodies, and if you have antibodies, the antibodies take care of the virus. If you don't have antibodies to something, the virus just locks in, and it locks into, attaches to your cells, and then it replicates and just basically kills your cells throughout your body. And that's how bacteria and viruses, that's how viruses work in your body. It's a very rudimentary way of looking at it. So when you have antibodies, though, it acts like a gatekeeper. It sees the virus, it identifies the virus. It's kind of like having a lock and a key, okay? So you have, or I don't know, it's having a yin and a yang, if that makes sense to you. When you have the antibodies, if you have a vaccine that's a sterilizing vaccine, you'll have those antibodies forever. Your body can produce the antibody result. Then you have another type which doesn't work as well, but they work in conjunction with each other. The science is too much for me to explain because I'm not smart enough. All right, so good explanation. So that's what we're looking at. Herd immunity is where you get sick. Let's explain this right now. You get sick with something. This is why people are stupid enough right now to try to have COVID parties, okay? You figure your kid, who's 12, probably not going to get super sick. You're going to introduce him to COVID, and the kid's going to form antibodies. I don't know why I did these opposite. It's supposed to be at the same time. But when your kid forms antibodies, you don't know how long those last. And that's the problem with this. There's different reports. Barack Obama's old Surgeon General, he said that some people have antibodies, not enough. Some people have them and then they wear off. We don't know what's happening with this virus. And I trust him. Okay, I'm not political. I trust the Surgeon General. I don't care what administration he was in. Guy knows what he's talking about. He's a doctor. And so you bring your kid to that party, hopefully he won't get it. It's baloney. It doesn't work that way, okay? Certain things we don't know enough about. All right, how did Iran get herd without a vaccine? Everybody got it. And Iran is not known for having one of the highest quality healthcare systems in the world. So everybody got it. What you have to remember, and I'm not even talking about Vegas anymore. Why are there 594 people watching me if I'm not even talking about Vegas? Jeez Louise, I'm so blessed. What you got to remember is countries like Mexico, Philippines, where my wife is from, countries like Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India to a lesser extent because they have high density in urban populations and urban areas. People don't have access to healthcare like they have in the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Japan, Korea. So they are going to have to basically have the virus run its course through the population. And it's a very unfortunate thing. People are not in highly urbanized centers. They can't get to a doctor all the time. There's no such thing as how many ventilators do we have for the population. That's something that we are completely blessed for over here. And so a place in Iran, everybody just got sick. A lot of people in Iran died, unfortunately. It's very, very sad. And I want to hear a damn bad thing about Iranian, okay? Listen to me. If you say bad stuff about Iran, I'll kick you personally. I met some really nice Iranians. Don't blame their government. The government hates us. The people are actually pretty freaking cool towards the Western world. They want their freedom. So, man, it sucks. It sucks. It is what it is. I was trying to look this up online and found a ton of different answers. But did you hear anything about when Vegas was first possibly exposed to this? Sure. Wow, CES, Consumer Electronics. Most likely, though, November. Here's the thing. So here's what happens every single year. This is what Funnelicious 1000 asked. I was trying to look it up online. When did Vegas first get exposed to all this? Well, the very first, I actually had it in my little mini documentary. It's where the Southern Nevada Health District, first case coronavirus. There was one man. He was a government guy. I think he came back from Wuhan, and it was first in Las Vegas, officially counted way back in like March or February, I believe. Now, most likely it was here in November. Okay, it was probably here in November, if not October, because it's really, really misty and spotty about when China actually first encountered this, and you will never know when China first got this. There's people saying it could be as far back as September, but those are fringe people out there, so don't listen to me on that. So we have people come here all the time. November, December are huge travel months, okay? It doesn't matter if you're from Japan and you're a Shintoist. It doesn't matter if you are from Thailand and you're a Buddhist, you want to travel to Vegas, and people travel during the holiday season. So there was likelihood that there was people stepping off the plane from China, or they had traveled through that way, and they were getting people sick here as far back as November, December. Just honestly. Then there was all sorts of reports anecdotally, not necessarily in the media, of people getting sick after Consumer Electronics Show, which I coincidentally happened to spend a full 12-hour day at. I did a live stream. I went back. I mean, there was just everybody from tech was here, and everybody from Europe was here. So it's just one of those things where it's probably been here for a very long time. And I would be interested if I could snap my fingers and issue an antibody test to every single person in the valley to see how many people have actually had it. And I suspect it's a lot of people. You watch this BS disappear after the election. Well, I think after the election, things are going to be different. First case was in Seattle in January. This is true, Jeffrey. We're talking about Vegas for right now, but that's the first documented case. But guess what? There's a good chance there was cases in Seattle in November and December. People in Canada were catching it from Vegas before Nevada had a reported case. So, French, you don't know that. That's the problem. I'm going to give you another example right now, okay? Now, I appreciate you being here, French Mime. Now, here's the deal. Let's say you're up there in Vancouver, Canada, Vancouver, Canada, one of the highest concentrations of Asian Canadians in the entire country. Okay, has a lot to do with history and building of the railroads and terrible things that Canadians and Americans both did. Slave labor. Not going to get into that. It's a touchy subject and it sucks. But you know what? A lot of those folks settled, and they have I have relatives there moved from the Philippines. Who's to say that they got it from us or they got it from somebody else? It's like easy to vilify Las Vegas, isn't it? I'm embracing the zen of I don't care about this election, Easy Effin' Money says. Yeah, but you got to vote. You guys have to vote. If you have the ability in this country to vote, vote. Vote for the candidate you think is going to serve you best. Because if you don't vote, you're voting for both people at the same time. And that's called voter apathy, and that's a really bad thing. And you notice I'm not telling you who to vote for. There's a lot of YouTubers that might do that. Vote for the people that make the most sense to you. Who's going to better your life better. And vote for the person who after 4 years is going to make your life better after they've been in office. Sheldon Adelson is Vegas's best CEO. Total dedication and loyalty to guests and employees. I think, yes, Sheldon did a great job. And it's funny because he was under the spotlight, under the radar with properties over in Asia. And everybody was looking at how he was running his properties over there. But Sheldon did a fantastic job. Are you kidding me? He did a wonderful job. He was fantastic. Sheldon, I love you. Oh my God, Mr. Adelson. I sound more like John Travolta there, didn't I? Than I did with Arnold. So, yes, he did a great job. It's wonderful. Fantastic. Oh, yes. Sheldon, he's going to pay for all the employees. He paid for all of his employees to stay home and be safe with their families. They didn't have to go through the stress and the rigmarole of applying for unemployment. How was the Palazzo's roof tonight? I'm doing pretty good up here, man. It's 95 degrees and I'm not even breaking a sweat, dude. And I'm wearing my union-made shirt. Fits me like a glove. It's a Carhartt, turns out. There was a sticker on it. I got this in a box. I got it by P.O. Box in the description of all my videos. And this thing is awesome. It's super thick, though, so it's kind of hot. But it's only 95 right now. So sometimes I do these streams, and it's, 9 o'clock at night. It's 102. By the way, CJ's daddy, thank you so much. Brisbane, You're from Brisbane? Oh, California. I thought you were from Australia. I'm tardy to the party. Enjoyed your vids. Thank you so much. Hey, look, man, here's the thing. I'm scared to death that I even told you guys to vote for anybody. I didn't tell you who to vote for. I'm scared to death that I told you to vote. It's like that old South Park episode. You know, it's called Giant Douche or Turd Sandwich, and they make fun of the vote or die movement. And the whole point is you got to vote. And then the kid says, "You're right, I do got to vote." And then they say, "For my candidate, come on over here." Don't do that. Don't do that. Just please. You have a voice. This is the best democracy we've ever had. Do what's right for you and your family, whichever way you think it is. That's all I'm going to tell you, man. California, I resemble that, Mark. 79 degrees in Tacoma, Washington. Very nice. Address to mail you some Marshall merch. I can pull the address out of the stream if you want to, or I can pull it out of my comments in my videos. Let's do that, and hopefully I don't jam up my stream, because sometimes when I do this, it messes things up. It messes them up bigly, big time, big league. Hold on, let me find it right here. It's a P.O. box, and I'm just going to copy and paste it. But that's my whole point, right? You guys got to do what's right for you. I don't know what to tell you. Lately, it seems like what's right for people is going to be based on their pocketbooks. So you just ask yourself, who's going to make you richer at the end of 4 years? In honor of Jeff E. and Martin D., my brothers from an absolutely another mother. Thank you, Justin. Justin just joined the Patreon, so he's super nice. That right there is my P.O. box if you guys want to send me something. You got the reference. That's very nice. You look different. I can't quite put my finger on it. Well, my hair is all over the place. Poofy. I'm wearing this shirt. I had to run here. We had to go to Hobby Lobby tonight. It's the closest craft store near us. And we had to spend like $200 on, what did we buy? We bought this cord, paracord, and we also bought the backing material that goes into the masks. It's hard to find that stuff sometimes. Brandon Ellis gives me a bunch of emojis. Okay, Seattle is here. When do you make live stream from the street again? I don't know, event alone, maybe this weekend. I got to take a look at the numbers. If they trend downwards, maybe. Because, you know, Trump wins, go cry with the rest of your lib friends. Are you addressing that to me, JC? I just I just finished telling you that I don't have a stance on that, man. Will I ever be rich, Steven? Andy H. Oh my God, my friend Andy is here. I gotta make Andy a moderator. He just saunters into my chats like he owns the place. He walked into the party like he was walking into the sun. Is that how that goes? Andy's not vain, though. I'm trying to quote a Carly Simon song. Andy's here. He does great photography. You guys might want to look at his work. He's over in California. He does great work, but it's boudoir photography, so it can be not safe for work. So don't browse it when you're at the works. Okay, it's just lingerie. Just come on, grow up, kids. Make me a mod. Douglas, I love you, baby. I don't recognize your name as much, so stick around. You can be a mod someday. Steven is so apolitical. Those types of hater statements just don't make sense here. That's okay. I did a video last week, and I had one person tell me that my Trump derangement syndrome was showing, and then 2 comments later, I had somebody tell me that I was, so TDS means that I'm a liberal. And then 2 comments later, I had somebody saying that I hate Steve Sisolak, and that I was, oh yeah, that's it. I knew it. You're one of those MAGA guys. So 2 comments apart, mind you. So people take whatever they want out of it. Philip says all P.O. boxes accept packages. Actually, so it's a P.O. box, but here's the deal. It takes everything because I got one of those ones that looks like a real address. So you can send a UPS there, a FedEx there. It doesn't really matter. It's not a USPS P.O. box. I was a mod in junior high in the 80s. So cool. Yeah, it's radical, bro. F the haters, love the stream. Okay, that's fun. That's a sign you're doing it right. Yeah, buddy. Okay, anyways, yeah, people take what they want out of these things, but let's talk about the Palazzo for a minute. Talk about that place. Now, it was interesting when he opened up both of those properties. I didn't foresee that one coming. A lot of people were thinking one or the other, but I understand not wanting to close them. I mean, you were paying all the employees in all of them for a while, but what do you guys like better? Do you like the Venetian or the Palazzo better? And give me your reasoning why. Cleveland, Ohio, visiting in August 2nd. Very nice, very nice. I don't see David Pacman. I don't know who that is. I know Pac-Man is Manny Pacquiao to me. Okay, slap like now. Slap the like button now. Okay, I thought you wanted me to slap like now. Why are mods deleting any pro-Trump comment, but are allowed to post anti-Trump rhetoric? Yeah, mods, please do me a favor. Don't delete any political commentary in here. It doesn't have to be deleted. I just got finished telling you I don't care either way. I found a Richard Wilk interview on YouTube. Yeah, he's got a lot of them. I was watching his live stream the other day. He did one, was it yesterday? He talked about the whole question and answer period about his big BBC documentary that he did. And then I was talking to him today, and he told me to go to the Strip, and I didn't go to the Strip. I just told him I want to see if the numbers come down a little bit. That was my thing. William likes the Palazzo with the cool waterfall. Very nice. I enjoy walking through both properties, Jim says. Very nice. Rick wants to vote for Kanye West. Okay, very cool. So is most Las Vegas opening? Yeah, most of it's open. The only difference is some of the bars where you might just sit and drink all day, they're not open right now, but you can go to any of the places in Las Vegas. Not a big deal. Richard has been around lately. Yeah, he's been really getting invested. He wants to grow a successful YouTube channel, and he's very into the analytics and the data. He's very smart when it comes to this stuff. I like both properties. Very nice. The Palazzo and the Venetian are total 5-star class. Please no F-bombs. Keep it clean. Mark, I don't say F-bombs. Palazzo has a chill casino. I like the Palazzo. I like the Palazzo. It's my favorite casino in Las Vegas. I like the Palazzo's casino floor layout. It's a good thing. Belfast, Northern Ireland is with you, Stephen. Come to Belfast for a Guinness. Top of the morning to you, Philip. I'd like to go to Belfast. I'm actually, my family's Campbell, but it's a Northern Irish thing. There's a lot of history that I don't want to bore you with because this is a Vegas podcast. Are the restaurants still open? Yes, Verna, lots of them are open. You might want to make reservations when you come to Las Vegas and be at the restaurants right now, though, because some of them are a long wait and some of them require it. Are the sports books fully open, Paul says? Some of them are, not all of them are. The Longhorn is the best. Okay, I can't afford to gamble at the Palazzo. Yeah, it is. They have penny slots. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, I don't gamble myself. More interested in eateries. Are they dine in or take out? They're dine in right now, Seng, although they're trying to get people to dine outside. But right now it's dark and it's 95 degrees. Who wants to do that? Nobody wants to do that. The new sports book they're building at Circa looks great. Yeah, so I learned a little bit about that in the interview. I'm going to have to redo the interview with Richard because I just didn't like how it turned out from an audio and technical standpoint. But yes, it's a there's 3 levels tall in the back. There's restaurants, I think what he told me, and it's actually a destination sports book. So you can actually sit in a restaurant, look at the sports book on all the big screens, and enjoy a meal or something like that. You can book tables. The sports book at Circa is going to be amazing. The 3-level pool where it steps up like a theater seating, Coliseum style, is going to be pretty amazing. The Circa downtown, Derek Stevens is looking to change the way people view downtown, and I think he's going to be quite successful. I think he's taking a giant risk. And it's not because of the coronavirus. It's just because I think it's risky to try to recondition people's patterns for how they travel in Vegas. But out of 45 million people that normally come here on a regular year, 22 million of those make their way downtown. If they could bolster something like that up to 60 million, then that would be something amazing. Took my sister to Palazzo. She played penny slots for like 4 hours. I guess they do have them at Palazzo. Very good. Shout out to Richard Wilk. Yeah, he's not in the chats today, I don't think. He told me to go. Yeah, he's not in the thing. He's not in the thing. Rich Leggett's here, though. Hi, Rich. How you doing? The Hooters had the penny slots. Very nice. Water's delicious. Love downtown, Jerry Long says. What bars are open at Harrah's? The answer is none of them, unfortunately, or none of it if you're Canadian. None of them are open. Bars that just serve alcohol are closed right now, but you can still get drinks in the casinos. You just got to be somewhere else and they bring them to you. People say Circa is adults only. What does that mean? Aren't all casinos adults only? No, Chris, that means that there's no children allowed in the casino. So Wynn did something like this, and it lasted short lasting with Wynn. But yeah, it's making it an adults only destination. So you'll have to be over the age of 18 and 21 to gamble, of course. Stop before you start, right? Know when to stop before you start. That's what they say. Must be over the age of 21 to gamble. Know when to stop before you start. No minors on the property. So if you come here from Pennsylvania and you dig coal for a living, you have to go elsewhere. No minors allowed. Hopefully you got the joke on that one. Hopefully it didn't go whoosh over your head. Thought the Oyo's wasn't open. Oyo is not open as far as I know. Oyo has been closed. One of the biggest recipients of all those government stimulus checks, by the way, in Nevada was the Oyo, and they're closed. Interesting, huh? Some of the Fremont Street bars look to be open with certain restrictions. Those bars will be open, like Nacho Daddy, for example, because they serve a full menu of food. You know, right now, wife and I are coming home, and she says, well, all the PTs are closed. PTs is a pub and tavern. I think it stands for, maybe it stands for pub and tavern. I have no idea. And she goes, all of them are closed. Somebody told me so. I'm like, no, that's not true. And she goes, what about that one? I'm like, well, maybe that one's closed. Then we drove another half a block. No lie, there's a PTs that's open. So if they serve a full menu of food, they're open. But if they don't, they're closed. I seem to have better luck playing at Venetian. I haven't won much at the Palazzo. You know, technically the Venetian and Palazzo is actually one of the biggest hotels on the planet Earth. So largest hotels by rooms on the planet Earth. Now, they're not in Las Vegas anymore, although we do have a Wikipedia entry, and most of them are overseas right now. So you have the First World Hotel in Malaysia, 7,351 rooms. Number 2, by the way, is the Venetian, with the Venetian and the Palazzo. Now, somebody once told me that they did an accounting trick to make it all counted as one, because they are technically 2 very separate standalone properties. Which opens first, Resorts or Circa? Oh, Circa opens October 28th, without a doubt, Paul T. Good question. Resorts World will not open until 2021. I'll have some information on that coming up in the future. The Venetian has 7,092 rooms. Now, if they ever build the St. Regis Tower at the Venetian, it would make it the number 1 largest property if those were technically bookable as hotel rooms, but that's a condo tower. It was the largest resort in the world from 2008 till 2015, the Venetian Palazzo combination. The third being the MGM Grand Las Vegas and the Signature Towers, 6,800 rooms. City Center has 6,700. So in the first 4, we have one place in Malaysia, Vegas with the Venetian, Vegas with the MGM, Vegas with the City Center. Then we have Sands Cotai Central. That's another Venetian. That's another LV Sands property. Mr. Steven, you're the man. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Gus Gaffu. Guys, thank him 584 times. So, out of the top 5 properties, First World Hotel is one of them that's not in Vegas. So we have Venetian MGM, City Center, and another Las Vegas Sands property. Then we have a place in Mecca called Abraj Al Bait. And then we have Russia. Getting back to the United States, in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th, 8th spot is the Wynn and Encore, 4,700 rooms. And then at the 10th spot, we have the Mandalay Bay Delano in Four Seasons, all one property apparently, 4,400 rooms. Luxor is next up, 4,400 rooms. And then we go back to the Excalibur, that's in the 13th spot. Wow, so many of these are in Vegas, 3,900 rooms. Caesar's Palace right after that, 3,970. You have a place in Macau, China. Then you have Bellagio, 3,900. Holy cow, there's a place in Honolulu, the Hilton Hawaiian Village. Circa Circus is on this list with 3,700 rooms. How is it that the Circa Circus makes the top list of largest hotels? Then guess what? We have the Flamingo coming up the rear, 3,400 rooms. The Mirage, 3,000 rooms. The Cosmo, 3,000 rooms. The Park MGM, 3,000. Westgate Las Vegas, 2,956. Paris Las Vegas, 2,916. Wow, look at that, the Venetian Macau. So Las Vegas Sands has a lot of properties here. Treasure Island, 2,800. Bally's, 2,800. Ooh, so many of these in Las Vegas. Harrah's is on the list. Rio's on the list. Planet Hollywood, the Strat, the Golden Nugget, all in a row. We got a lot of hotels in Vegas. Most of them are empty right now, but we want you all to come back. That's for sure. What else? Foxwoods. The Link is on the list. That's on the list, 2,200 rooms. And then we get the Motel 6 with 14 rooms. Yeah. And then the last one on the list is actually in China. It's called Zhangyi Zheiji Dacheng Shenzui Tenshai International. I swear to God, that's what it's called, man. That's what it's called. But look at that. Look at how much of that is in there, man. Hotels that had more than 2,000 rooms in the past. There was a place called the Rossaya Hotel in the Soviet Union. Who knows? They tore it down in 2006. Large hotels under construction. Holy crow. There's a place called the Abraj Kudai in Saudi Arabia that will have 10,000 rooms in it. There's one in Vietnam with 7. The Drew Las Vegas with 4,000. Resorts World with 3,500. And then the rest of them are just basically, most of them are overseas in Europe. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Y'all learned something on this live stream? I hope you learned something on this live stream. I learned something on this live stream. It's to let my VIPs that I text know that I'm doing the live stream and then wait until they text me back. Because if not, you got to talk for 20 minutes until they show up. That's not a good way to be. All right, you guys have been great, and I appreciate y'all being here. You guys are great. I wonderfully love all of you for watching. Oh my gosh, somebody just texted me some bad news. I got to go take a look at this. It's no big deal. It's not life-changing for me, but it's a Vegas thing. All right, you guys are great. We're going Circa. How many rooms in the Circa? I don't know. How many rooms in Circa Las Vegas? I bet you that they don't know. The Shadow knows. Oh, Circa only has 777 rooms, so it's never making that list. But it's going to be a fantastic property. Certainly it will. So we got to go. I did some Arnold voices earlier. 777 rooms. You know why it's called Circa? Do you guys know why it's called Circa? You tell me in the comments. That'll be the last thing that we tell you. A little bit of Vegas trivia. That's what I read today. I was researching the heck out of this property. It's called the Circa because they said that hotel opened circa 1941. That hotel opened circa 1956. So they called it Circa, kind of like an homage to the old ones back in the day. All right, guys, you guys are great. There is no negative connection between alcohol. Well, there is. Alcohol suppresses your immune system if you drink too much of it. Even a little bit, it basically metabolizes as ethanol, which is a poison. It's not good for you. Alcohol does not kill CV when you drink it. That's an old thing that they had a problem with when there was the Ebola virus. These guys were claiming that they could drink alcohol in Western Africa and bury the bodies and it would keep them safe, and it never did. So don't do that. All right, guys, we got to go. You guys are great. Oh my gosh, we did another hour and 10 minutes long, and I love you. And who do I have today? We have our local Las Vegans level 1, the chatters and the lurkers, level 2, the moderators, level 3 are these people: Okerlund, Leanne Erickson, Haas Rocky, Paul Rotter, Brad, Jersey T, Tiki44, GT Boxer, David Gonzalez, William Burkhead, Nai Vong, Paul Rotter, CJ's Daddy, Justin Clow, Paul T, Gus Gaffau. That's who we got tonight. And if you want to send me something to my P.O. Box and have it be on camera, you just let me know. My P.O. Box is in the comments or the description, link description of all my videos. We got to go. I got to go. You guys are great. Thank you so much. 3, 2, 1, click. And be good out there. Be good to each other. Even if they don't see politically eye to eye, they're still human beings and they still love this country probably as much as you do, believe it or not. 3, 2, 1, and click. I know I said it again. Click.